So my studio is getting closer and closer to what I envisioned it to be, and I could not be more excited. And I'm really glad you guys are along for the ride too. So if you guys watched my last video, you would know that this video means I got my couch. I mean, you can only see the top of it, but hey, it's there. I mean, there'll be footage of it. There'll be some B-roll of it, so don't get too excited. And in case you guys haven't noticed, I got a new microphone, baby. Heck yeah. It is the Fiduci? I don't know. Fiduci SL40, and it sounds, as you could tell, pretty freaking amazing. Definitely a lot better than my last microphone. I mean, when I first got it, I was doing some side-by-side comparisons, and I was just sort of testing them out, playing with them. What a big difference. And I got a new boom arm, which is equally as awesome. Thank you for joining me on this video. My name is Mark. Got another studio update for you guys. As I mentioned earlier, I got myself a new couch, and I kind of just want to take you guys along for the ride and talk about it. So I got the couch from Ikea. The name of the couch, I'm going to completely butcher it. Friheten? Can somebody help me out with that, please?
Friheten.
Yeah, what they said. As far as major furnishings go, this is probably the last thing that I'm going to be putting into my studio. Everything else that's going to be happening after is just sort of auxiliary things like lighting, artwork, stuff like that. Even though I got some artwork over here, the only thing I'm missing and what I kind of want to do is put some RGB lighting behind my sound panels. I think that would look freaking cool. Anyway, let's go ahead and get on with the video. So this couch does not come assembled. You got to put the sucker together yourself. It arrived in 2 giant boxes, which are pretty heavy. When I was ordering the couch, the website had offered a option for the delivery guys to bring the boxes into your home, which I would highly recommend. Especially worked out for me because my studio is on the 2nd floor. Bringing those up by yourself would be a huge pain in the butt. So having the delivery guys do that for you, I mean, is very helpful. So once you get the boxes to where you want them, I mean, moving them around by yourself, sort of just like sliding them on the floor and stuff like that, isn't too terrible. As long as you're not lifting them above your head or anything like that, it's not too bad. Like if you're gonna lay them down on the floor flat or something like that, it's pretty easy to do. So when it came to assembly, I want to start by saying it took me 2.5 hours to complete, which seems like a long time, but you also have to consider the fact that I was filming a video at the same time. So if you're not, it might take you a little bit less than that. So for the most part, I assembled the couch by myself. I really only had help for one part of the assembly, which was putting the backrest together with the seat cushion part of it. But I would recommend you having a friend help you. It would make things go by a lot easier, a lot faster. So the only tools provided along with the instructions are these really long Allen keys. Freaking longest Allen keys I think I've ever seen in my life. But a cool thing about them is that you can actually store them in the couch. Freaking cool, man. Speaking of instructions, these are the strangest instructions I've ever encountered in my life. Never seen a set of instructions not have any words whatsoever. Oh my god, these instructions are weird. This is weird, but also very smart. Smart because IKEA doesn't have to print out like 30 different types of manuals with different languages and stuff like that, or like print those really thick ones that have like 30 languages in a single booklet and like waste money and paper and all that. It's just one style of instructions, pictures only, and there you go, figure it out, which is not too bad, honestly. The screws that are provided are pretty easily distinguishable from each other, so it's kind of hard to mess up putting the wrong screw or something. I gotta admit, during the beginning of the assembly, I was kind of not necessarily discouraged, but also, I guess, confused, because the initial, I guess, assembly, it doesn't really resemble a couch. So you're kind of going, what the heck am I putting together here? Did I get a couch? And you start looking at the box going, okay, yeah, this is the couch. Eventually, as you keep moving forward, it starts to resemble a couch more and more. Your mind will be put at ease the further you go along. Hey. Starting to look like a couch. Okay, so before we talk about how I feel about the couch, let's talk about price. Before taxes, this couch costs about $749, but I should mention that this particular color cost $749. This couch does come in a variety of colors, but what I've noticed is that depending on what color you're going to pick is what price it's going to be. There are some that are a little more expensive. The one that I bought is like the cheapest one. I think this one and the blue one are the same price. All the other ones are 800 plus. So out of the box, the couch is pretty firm, I gotta admit, but we'll see how that holds up over time. The seat cushion is really deep. I'm not talking about like you sink into the couch or anything like that. I'm talking like leg length, I guess. Even for a guy like me, I'm not terribly tall, I'm 5'10", but even then, the edge of the cushion is like sort of right there at the fold of my leg. So I can imagine anybody shorter than me feels like a very, very large couch, which it really isn't. The back cushions that you rest your back on, they come vacuum sealed and they take about 72 hours to fully decompress. In my case, it's not that big of a deal. I mean, it's not a living room couch. It's just a couch here in my studio. So, I mean, it's not going to be terribly used for the first 72 hours, I guess. Since the initial filming of the video, they have been fully decompressed and I mean, they filled out pretty nice. One thing I forgot to mention earlier in the video is that this couch is a sleeper couch. So it does fold out into a bed. Say for example, I don't know, I feel like watching a movie in here or something like that, but I don't feel like, sitting on a couch. I kind of want to feel like laying down. I could pull it out into a sleeper. Freaking awesome. And also, if we have guests or something like that, the rest of the rooms are full or something like that, we can have that extra bed there. So as you can see in the footage, there is a really big seam in the middle of the couch. Right now, as the couch stands, as it is brand new, laying down right at that seam, don't really feel it, which is kind of nice. But we'll see how that goes over time. Because you have to keep in mind, the bigger half of that sleeper sofa is the seat cushion. So that portion of the couch is probably going to wear in faster, obviously because, our butts are sitting on it. So we'll see how it goes over time. One major con, not really so much for me, but I think for a lot of people, is that this couch isn't a slipcover couch. So the fabric that you see on the couch, besides the backrest pillows, is stapled on. So you can't remove it, put it in the wash, freshen it up or anything like that. I could see for some people it might be kind of a bummer. For me, not so much. This couch isn't really going to be used a whole hell of a lot. At least not as much as like a living room couch or something like that. In all honesty, for the price, I think this couch is actually pretty decent. It's less than $1,000, so you're not going to break the bank buying this couch. I could see it being a really nice couch for like a small apartment or something like that, and the added bonus of it turning into a sleeper. But of course, I'm saying all this stuff while this couch is brand new, but in 6 months, we'll see how it holds up. Anyways, that's going to do it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. For my next video, still haven't quite thought of what I'm going to do, but I have a couple things in mind. So please stay tuned for that, and we'll see you all in the next one. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.